Hey guys, I'm Just a Freak, and this time I'm gonna share with you guys my reads for the month of September. And yeah, keep in mind that this month I also was vacationing for a while, so that means that I've read also a bunch of digital manga because yeah, I normally read digital when I'm on the road, so that's gonna be in the second part of the video. So yeah, with that in mind, let's get this party started. First one, it was Coloros Mori, A Bride's Tale, Volume 3. I'm still enjoying this series a lot, and I'm really happy that I have it. This is a story about the customs in the Middle East, and also about marriage and all of that stuff. It has some really beautiful art, since Coloros Mori is well known for that, and yeah, it's really detailed. So if you want to read a slice of life story with beautiful art and also something that offers you an insight on some customs in that area of the world, I think that this one can be a good choice for you. After that, I read a Yuri series called Breath of Flowers. This one is actually not considered a manga since it was written by a French mangaka, but I'm gonna consider it a manga since that person had in mind the whole manga genre and style when she did that this series, and yeah, I know that a lot of people won't agree with me when it comes to that, but I actually I'm not a big fan of all of that boundary with manga being only stuff that comes from Japan. It's a style of doing things, in my opinion. It's more than just the boundaries of a country. But anyway, this is a Yuri series. It also has a little bit of gender bending in it, but not too much. And it was quite adorable. It's about the story between these two characters. This girl over here, it's not a fan of same-sex relationships and not a fan of BL and girls love manga and stuff like that. And she always complains about it to her colleagues, but she is in love with this boy over here, and one day she finds out that this boy over here is actually a girl. So yeah, I'm not gonna say more than that. It was pretty fun. It didn't blow my mind, to be honest, but it was good enough for me to enjoy it. And yeah, even in the art, let me show you a little bit of the art. You can see that it has some French influences in it. So yeah, if you saw other French animations or comics, you will see some resemblance in it. But anyway, it was good. It's only 2 volumes, and I liked it. I also read during this month. I read together with Bizarre Individual Utsubora, the story of a novelist. This is an omnibus, and God, I loved this series. It was so good. It's the story of a novelist that gets involved in a suicide, and it's, I don't know, a thriller, a mystery, psychological series, and it was really enjoyable. I kind of felt bad for having this for a while and not reading it because I was sitting on something really beautiful, and this one has one of the most beautiful female characters designs that I saw in manga so far, and it has beautiful art, and I really enjoyed it, and I recommend it to anyone. I don't know, just look at those covers. Next, I read Blue Flag, Volume 1 and 2. This is a story about a love triangle between these three characters over here. I really enjoyed this book, and Volume 2 ends up in a huge cliffhanger, and so far I managed to stay away from reading it on the Viz app since I started to pick up the physical copies. Actually, one of the reasons that this video was so delayed was that I actually wanted to have the physical volumes, since I knew that I ordered them to show you the volumes like this during the video. This was one of my digital reads that I recently managed to get physical copies of, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. And let me show you a little bit of the art. So as I said, it's a high school drama romance series that involves mainly three characters, and it was really cute and enjoyable, and I also like the art in the series. And after that, I also read 2 out of 5 volumes from Paradise Kiss by Ai Yazawa, and I love this series. This is basically the 20th anniversary edition. It has all of the volumes inside of one huge volume, but yeah, the quality is good enough to read, but I would have hoped for more from anniversary edition, especially for a series like this, because I heard only good things about it before I picked it up. I know that the mangaka is really well known and praised, and after I started to read this, I fell in love with her works, and now I feel so bad that I don't have Nana, even if that series will never get an ending, but I would just love to experience more from this mangaka. And I know that Nana is something that everybody says that it is good, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to find it someday and find those missing volumes that are currently out of print. So as you can see, the art is great. This is the story about a girl. Let me find her pretty quick. So this girl over here, who is, I know, the most normal, usual girl that you could ever imagine. She's the type of girl that doesn't care about too many things. She's only focused on getting good grades and making her parents happy, and only focusing on school, so not caring about her looks and everything like that. But she is pretty beautiful, and someday she stumbles upon a group of people that are from an art school, and they are cloth designers, so they are into fashion, and they ask her to be their model in an upcoming show, and that is practically the point that's gonna change her life. And damn, it's gonna change her life in such a nice way, and it's so fun to get to see how that's happening while reading the manga, and how that character grows and transforms. So yeah, I'm really liking it, and I recommend it. After that, in this month, I also read the first omnibus from To Love Ru, and here we start with some ecchi. We get into some ecchi stuff, because To Love Ru, it's a series that it's really well known for for the etchiness in it, and also for the comedy in it. So yeah, this was a funny manga, and it was really enjoyable. And let me show you some art. And yeah, a good thing about these omnibuses is that even if you get 2 volumes in one, you get both of the covers inside, so you don't actually lose one of the covers with getting an omnibus. And here's how the art looks like. I hope that I won't stumble into something way too ecchi. Just let me make sure. But anyway, It's about this girl over here, and she's from another planet, and she decides to run away from home because, I don't know, her father wants to marry her with someone, and she's sick and tired of all of the responsibility and stuff like that. So she runs away from home, and she does that by teleporting into this guy's bathtub while he's taking a bath. And she's naked. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that. I enjoyed it, and I recommend it if you're into ecchi, funny series. After that, I also read volume 24 of Batoon. I don't want to open this volume because it might contain some spoilers, but the art is really similar to what we see here on the cover. This is a Battle Royale series. I like it more than the Battle Royale series, and it's practically a bunch of people are thrown on an island and they have to fight each other to get out of that sadistic game, and their weapons are just only explosives. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. If you know me, you know that I like this series a lot and that I recommend it. Sadly, it started to get out of print, so yeah, if you want to jump on it, first try and look to see if you can actually get all of the volumes before getting yourself involved in a big mess of hunting out of print and expensive volumes. And after that, I read 2 volumes from Red Drums. So I read volume 1 and 2. If you saw my other videos, you will know that this is not the first time when I'm talking about this series. This is a horror slasher psychological series that I enjoyed. It's not gonna blow your mind, but it's still good. So it's not one of those amazing series. It's a decent series. Let me put it like that. The art is pretty nice, and this is actually, if you haven't noticed, this is a manual. So yeah, volume 1 and 2 from Red Drum. And yeah, probably volume 3 will be in the next month. And I also reread this month volume 1, book 1 actually, because this has multiple volumes in it. I've reread book 1 from The Walking Dead, and yeah, I just felt like rereading this since I like The Walking Dead a lot, and if you have followed me, you know that I'm collecting this slowly, and yeah, it was pretty fun, and I think I'm gonna start and reread the series again. Let me also show you some art. So yeah, I think that this can be considered decent enough. This volume is so big that it doesn't even fill in, so let me put it into the frame like this. It has some really nice art, it's just black and white, so you're gonna be used to this if you're reading manga, and it's a horror series drama regarding zombies and the end of the world. So yeah, but I guess that everyone knows what The Walking Dead is. And now to my digital reads. I'll start with actually a physical volume, because I read from volume 14 until volume 20 of The Promised Neverland. It was about time for me to finish that series and avoid all of the spoilers that we get online, since this series has finished and I had it on the Viz Big app. What can I say is that I liked it until the end, but the first part of it was definitely better than the rest of the series. But anyway, overall it was a really nice experience and a series that I recommend. And if you don't know The Promised Neverland, it's kind of similar to Death Note in a way that you have those brainiacs that are always thinking about a ton of scenarios with a ton of solutions and finding the best smart way to get out of a really messed up situation. So yeah, and the art in it is beautiful. So let me try to show you a bit of it. Hopefully No, no spoilers were there. Now continuing to my digital reads, I also read Seraphim of the End, Volume 1. I enjoyed it, but it didn't blow me away. It actually told me that it's a series that can wait until I pick it up physically. From what I heard, it gets better in later volumes. I'm gonna continue to read this digitally, but it's not something that has a big priority for me right now. At least a priority in terms of getting it physically. I also read volume 1 through 3 of Mashal, Magic and Muscle on the Visbig app, and damn, this is a really funny series. It's a parody for Harry Potter, at least that's how I see it. I'm a fan of Harry Potter, and seeing somebody make such a parody of it, it's really nice. It's really nice. I enjoyed it a lot, and I was laughing a lot when I read this, and I definitely recommend it. It also has a physical release. It's getting a physical release right now, and it's something that I will definitely pick up because it's really fun. It's about a guy who has no magical aptitude, but he is enrolled into magical school, magic academy, something similar to Hogwarts, and he's gonna try to get out of every situation there with full muscle power instead of magic, and it's really funny how that works out. And I also read some one-shots. So I've read Burn the Witch, and that one is by the same mangaka that did Bleach. It was pretty fun, and it made me want to also read the volume that's coming out. I also read F. Ken, and this is from the same mangaka that did Assassination Classroom. Basically, I wanted to see how the art looks like from this mangaka and the writing style, and it was okay, but I wasn't blown away by it. It was just okay, but not something that I would recommend. It's about a school where a girl that is really beautiful has some power over men, and she explores the fetishes from the colleagues from kendo class or club or something like that, and she explores their fetishes and their, I don't know, sexual appeal to her to actually make them win kendo battles. So anyway, it wasn't that interesting. It wasn't bad in order to make me drop it, but I wouldn't read a series about something like that. And I also read Spirit Photographer, Saburo Kono. This one was quite nice. It's by the same mangaka that did The Promised Neverland, and this one I'm actually sorry that it didn't get to be a longer series because I see some potential in it. It's about a guy who kind of does exorcism by using his camera and things like that. And also to my digital reads, I read volume 7, 8 and 9 from Chainsaw Man. If you guys know me, you know that I really like Chainsaw Man, and I'm happy that it got finally an English release, and from what I know it sells well, so yeah, I'm gonna buy all of those volumes and I can't wait to have them all in physical format, and I'm gonna reread everything that I read digitally from Chainsaw Man for sure. So these were my reads for the month of September. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you do, please leave a like. It's gonna help me a lot. It's gonna get this video to more people out there, and it was a pretty good month. I managed to read 31 volumes, and that means that I managed to do my goal of reading 30 volumes a month, and I'm really happy that I did. And it was a pretty fun month overall. And if you have any thoughts regarding this, please let me know in the comments. If you want to talk more about this series, I enjoy talking with you guys about everything manga related. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you for being here with me over all of this journey. And I don't know, let me know what you read in the month of September, not only in the month of September, recently, and let's have a chat about it. And I don't know, until my next video, I hope that I'm gonna see you there, and until then, go read your manga. Bye bye.